Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I don't know what time it is where you are, but right now it's time for more insight. This is insight you can trust because there is more where it came from. I'm your host. I'm Chris Moore. Make sure you like, make sure you follow, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share with a friend. We just recently reached 500 subscribers. The goal is to get to 1,000 and to go beyond that. So I want to thank each of you that have subscribed. Again, make sure you tell a friend. And again, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm not doing the show today by myself. So I have a guest with me in the building. This is someone who just doesn't talk about what he's been doing, but he's actually lived it. From the grind, he's doing this thing, y'all. He's a young man straight out of. He's from Louisville, but by way of Woodstock, Georgia, and now Alabama State. He has been drafted by the Detroit Tigers of the Major League Baseball. Yes, an HBCU player was drafted into the major leagues. A huge accomplishment. I need y'all to welcome Kameron Douglas. How you doing today?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. How are you?
I am doing well, man. No complaints on my end. I want to get into a quick question with you.
Okay.
This phase, this chapter in your life, it's August. As of this recording, it's August. So it's new beginnings, and I'm pretty sure you can identify with that. But this chapter in your life, man, what would you call it?
I think you hit it right on the screws. Just like new beginnings, fresh start, fresh. Like this is a new life that I'm entering right now. No more college life. Like this is real life that I'm about to enter. So I'm excited to see where God will have me in the future.
Hey, man, I'm gonna give you another word: adulting.
Yeah,
That's what you're about to really tap into, man. You're about to tap into the adulting. So,
most
um,
definitely.
it's a heck of a ride. It's gonna be some ups and downs, but you know, you face adversity before in your life, as we all have. So it's just a matter of getting up and shaking yourself off and going at it again.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Absolutely. I want to go back to draft night. Where were you? What were you doing when you got the draft call that, hey, Detroit Tigers, we want to get you?
It's actually a funny story. So I went down to like one of my old coach's facilities called the Hill Baseball Performance. Shout out, my boy Cam Fritz. Was down there like getting some work in, and the draft was actually on, and I was obviously watching it, trying to listen for my name and stuff like that. And the rounds kept going on. My workout was finished, but I wanted to stay around a little bit longer just to see. And it got to like the 19th round, I think, and I was like, yeah, okay, I'm probably not getting called this year. So, uh, hopped back in my car, started driving back home. Atlanta traffic.
Yeah.
Got stuck in that for got stuck in that for a little bit, and then I see a call from the Detroit Tiger scout, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, is this about to happen?" And he calls me, and he's like, "Hey, like, are you ready to go? Are you in?" I was like, "100%." Like, I was honestly shocked. There were so many emotions going through my body at that point in time,
Mhm.
but I had to realize that I was still driving, so I had to like suppress them like a little bit. I couldn't react the way that I wanted to, but
Mhm.
it was really like as soon as I leave, I get the call. I just thought that was kind of funny.
It's crazy, man. And I'm thinking now when you said it was at the 19th round, uh, tell me, let's go back to that feeling. Was it like, I know you said you had that feeling like you weren't getting drafted that time. Did a feeling of disappointment start to overwhelm, or like what was that moment? What was that feeling like?
A little bit for sure, but at the same time, I was like, okay, that means I gotta work harder and step up my game for the next year. So I was really just starting to look forward to the next year and be like, okay, how can I get my name called next year?
I love it, man. I love it. And one thing, so it's been a crazy couple of months for you. So
Yes.
right before the draft, you had the HBCU Swingman Classic. Ken Griffey puts this on, or he's the face behind it. And one of the coolest moments, you hit a home run, and Ken Griffey is taking a picture of you. How
Man,
how crazy is that? How does it feel? Like, give me what you were feeling in that moment.
I don't know what else. I was overwhelmed, honestly. Like talking to Ken Griffey, I just hit a home run, and like this was a big deal to me. Like displaying my talents on that high of a level, on that big of a stage. I mean, like I was blessed to be there, and I wasn't gonna take it for granted. But just to do that, I didn't expect to do that. But like
Yeah.
doing that, I really like got a tables will turn for you if you put your faith in God for sure. And just talking to Ken Griffey was like I was kind of like shell shocked a little bit. I was like, man, I'm really talking to a Hall of Famer right now.
Yeah.
Like like
And
this is crazy.
and the crazy thing that I'm thinking about is like this legit could be a movie because for people that don't know, Truist Park is where the All Star game was this year. This is where the HBCU Swingman Classic was. Uh, Cameron went to Woodstock High School, which is about maybe 20, 30 minutes away. Atlanta traffic is an hour.
Yeah,
But
for
for
sure.
Cameron
Now,
for you to pull up to Truist Park, I'm pretty sure you've been there for a Braves game. Matter of fact, I saw a highlight where you actually won the state championship there.
yeah,
So this is a place that you're familiar with. To do it in your hometown, to do it in a place that you were raised, how does that feel as well?
it just fills me up with a lot of like pride from where I grew up at. You know, like this is really the building blocks of my career was in Georgia. Like I feel like this really molded me into the baseball player that I am today. And I can't thank my parents enough for. At first, I didn't understand because we moved from Tennessee to Georgia, and I was a little bit sad about it. But a lot of new opportunities opened up for me, and I'm grateful for the journey.
What part of Tennessee?
Gallatin, Tennessee.
Gallatin. Okay, I'm
Yes,
in
sir.
Memphis right now, so that's pretty cool, man. You mentioned your parents, and you mentioned like being the person that you are today. What part of baseball made you fall in love with it?
Just the grind, honestly. Just like knowing I'm putting my all into this, and I still won't be able to get the hang of it at the end of the day. But it's just like constantly trying to get better and constantly evolving and constantly learning to try and get better at the sport. It's a feeling that you can't describe, and it's not meant for everybody. Like it's definitely a disappointing game, but I feel like it's the closest to life in a sense because there are always going to be ups and downs in life, and I feel like baseball can really teach you how to handle those situations.
If you love being that you love baseball, you will love golf because it's basically the same thing. I've been
I need
playing
to get
golf
into
for
that.
a few years now. I'm at an age now where I'm not going on nobody basketball court to compete for anything. So I had to find a sport where I can still be competitive, and golf has been the thing for me. So I hope you, if you're not tapped into golf, I hope that you're able to tap into some golf pretty soon. Because, like you said, life lessons, same thing with golf.
Sure, I definitely will. I need to. There's a few courses down here, so I definitely need to go check those out.
Check them out, man. Like, just get you some starter clubs. One thing I want to ask you about, uh, black players, I feel like help build baseball, but we've seen those numbers drop dramatically. Why do you think that is, and how can we get our community, our culture, to get back into baseball?
I feel like at a younger age, just like a lot of black players fall out of the love of the game because of how difficult that it can be. Like not saying that like basketball or football is not difficult in the slightest, but
Right.
the mental aspect of it, it's very challenging. And that's why I feel like a lot of black players like deter from the game. And I think honestly what Ken Griffey's doing, promoting it, is definitely getting a lot of more black kids into the game. Just being able to promote baseball and seeing that baseball is actually really fun. And just I don't know, man. It's just
Yeah,
developing that.
I agree. I believe with certain things you have to have a face. For golf, Tiger Woods. Now for baseball, we have King Griffey Jr. It would be great if we have some of the other athletes as well. Let me bring it back to you, Cameron. Do you feel there's a responsibility on you as a young black player to help younger kids? Do you feel like you can be a face for those young black players who are coming up who don't see themselves in this sport?
Of course, like obviously at the end of the day they're gonna think what they want to think. But if I can put an impact on them to show that this game is like really fun when you put effort into it, like it can really it can really change you.
Absolutely. And going back to some of those lessons that you've learned from the sport, what's something that you've learned that's helped you in your own personal life?
Biggest one for me would be resilience and just patience for sure.
And I think that part right there, patience, I think that's the missing element that our community has with baseball. Because with basketball and football, there's almost like a sudden gratification, whereas baseball is more methodical. It's a lot more uh, technical sound. Not to say, again, like you said, not to discredit basketball and football, but there's more of a technique in baseball. There's more of a patience that you have to have. It's more of a process. That's what I'm looking for. It's more of a process. And I think
Yes.
some people, they shy away from the process. But that's a life lesson in itself, to not get caught up in the process. Trust the process. I'm talking about process. You had an interesting journey. You went from Woodstock to Georgia State to then Alabama State. What factored into going from a PWI to going to a HBCU?
Just the situation that I was in there. I wanted to turn a new leaf, get a new experience, you know, uh and try to become like a two-way, like an actual two-way. But yeah, that was really the main goal.
What's one moment that changed how you saw yourself? It could be for the better of yourself or for the growth of yourself. Just something that sticks out for you.
For the growth of myself, just my relationship with God has grown
Mm,
tremendously over the years. At first, like you believe in God, but you're not really diving into what He's saying or like what He's trying to teach you throughout life. Like I feel like I was with God, but with God from a distance, if that makes sense. Like I wasn't actually like praying to Him every day, diving into the Bible, all that stuff. And now that I'm starting to do that, I feel a lot better about like my decisions, what I'm doing, knowing that things will work out, and it's just my mental's in a way better place.
Cameron, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I did not have a chance to go to church on yesterday, but you just gave me a quick message in 2 minutes. So I appreciate you for that.
It's
But I definitely understand what you're saying. I grew up in church, so I understand, like, it's one thing to like go to church and you have this idea of who God is, but it's another thing, like I told you before, you're going into adulting. You're Now you're going to start seeing what faith means. You're going to see the evidence of what faith can produce.
right.
So I'm excited about that for you, and I'm so glad that you said that, because I believe there's so many people that need to hear that. Um, Outside of being drafted, outside of being in the HBCU Swingman Classic in 2025, what's been one of your proudest moments that you've had this year?
Proudest moments. Um, Honestly, I finished my last semester. I think I finished with almost all A's, and that was a really big accomplishment for me. Because the year before, like at Georgia State, my grades were, I'm not gonna lie, my grades were not the best, but to see the growth and like how a new environment could really change how you think about things, that was really a big goal for me, for sure.
Man, I'm so glad that you said that as well, because so many people, it's easy to get caught up in the highlights of life. It's easy to get caught up in, when everything's going good, everything's going great. But it's those moments where you do fall down, where you like rebuild yourself. And that's what it sounds like it seemed to happen for you when you were at Georgia State and then went to Alabama State.
Yeah.
I want to pivot for a quick moment. I
Okay.
have a segment called Give Me More. These are just some things that I have seen maybe on your Instagram page, or maybe just doing some research and just want to get some more information. Um, let's see. First question. You have a teammate that was drafted, Juan Cruz. Shouts out to
Yes.
him. So now that you have a teammate who was drafted, I believe he was drafted to the Nationals.
Yes, sir.
Um, how does it feel that you actually had a teammate to be drafted in the same league as you?
Man, it's a blessing, honestly. Like Cruz, that's a great guy. Puts in the work day in and day out, and he really deserves where he's at right now.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then I also saw that uh, Alabama State is actually being recognized for one of the best sports programs in the SWAC. So can you tell me about what's going on in Alabama State that's making it so good? Now they have two baseball players who are drafted to the majors. They also have some winning achievements on the other side in other sports. What's going on in Alabama State that's working? That seems to be cooking.
I take camaraderie, honestly. Like that group of guys last year was really close knitted, and I feel like that's how every team is, honestly. Like just a bunch of close people together trying to achieve one goal.
And another question for you. Um, Notice at the All-Star game for Major League Baseball, players got a lot of drip. A lot of them be fresh. I didn't know a lot of the players came correct like that. I want to know in your locker room who's the person that's the best dressed.
You put me on the spot right now. Oh gosh.
Is it you?
No. Mm-mm. Nah. Nah. Gotta do a top three?
I'm glad you said that because we are going to do a top three. So go for it.
Okay. uh One, I gotta go with KJ White,
Okay.
most definitely. Uh DJ Smiley,
Okay.
my boy DJ. Yeah. Third one. Man. I'm blanking on the third one. I'm not gonna lie to you.
All good. All good.
Trying to think of one. Trying to think of one for you right quick. Let's go with Cardell Thibodeau.
I do have a segment called 3 on 3. These are 3 questions. You give me your top 3 answers. I listen. I don't judge, but I do make assessments. So
Okay.
uh, we're going to see what happens. We're going to start out easy. Give me your top 3 baseball players of all time. Current, all time, it doesn't matter.
Okay. For current, I'd say Aaron Judge. He killing the game right now for sure. Offensively. But what he's doing was incredible. Uh Retired. Gotta go with Ken Griffey, of
Yeah.
course. And I really enjoyed watching Tony Gwynn play.
Man, you brought out a classic. You brought out a classic. I remember Tony Gwynn with the Padres. Tony Gwynn retired before you even were born. You were born in 2004, if I saw correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, I like to watch old baseball games with my pops.
that's good,
That's
man.
yeah.
That's good.
Throw Barry Bonds in there too, of course. Like that's a goat. That's one on one.
Being that I'm gonna call you a Georgia boy. I know where you were born. I'm gonna call you a Georgia boy though. Give me 3 of your favorite artists from Georgia or Atlanta.
Gunna for sure.
Yeah.
Gunna one. Gunna one. Uh, Young Thug and 3. Future.
Oh, okay.
Between Future and Lil Baby. One of those two.
I'm not even mad at it. So perfect list. Perfect list. And your final question. Give me, let's see. Give me 3 shows or movies that you're watching right now.
3 shows. I'm actually a huge anime fan.
Okay.
So right now I'm watching Dragon Ball Super.
Okay.
That's an OG. If y'all people ain't watched that, watch that. I really like kid shows, but another show that I've been watching a lot recently has been Scandal.
Hey, it's one of my
Um,
favorites.
it's
One of my favorites.
it's good. It's really good.
It is.
And I throw a movie in there too. I say John Wick, OG,
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay.
OG John Wick.
Okay. I'm with you. I'm with you. Um, and this is a random question here. Um, do you have a favorite baseball movie? There's
I
got to be
do.
only one answer.
What, Sandlot?
It's got to be The Sandlot.
I was gonna say Sandlot or Major League. Major League is funny.
Touche. Touche. Major League is definitely going to be like a 1B. We'll close out on this one. Cameron Douglas, 5 years from now, what are some of those goals that you have? What are some things you would like to see accomplished in your life?
First and foremost, I want to be financially stable
Mhm.
with me, with my girlfriend, that'd be amazing. Um, Obviously, I want to make the league, but I want to stay there. I don't just want to be there
Mhm.
temporarily. I want to stay there. Uh, and 5 years down the road, just make sure that I'm taking care of my parents. I mean, they sacrificed so much for me that the the least I could do is just take care of them.
Do
Honestly,
something for
yeah,
them. Yeah.
yeah.
Cameron, you are an impressive young man. I knew that this would be a good conversation. One, you've empowered young black athletes to um, take up baseball, to really get into it, get invested into it. Another thing that you helped me learn and understand is that go back to your faith. Rely on your faith. Make sure you have a deeper relationship with God outside of church. And then the last thing that you taught me is, live in the moment. Just be grateful for it. Another thing, I want to give you the floor. Do you have any shouts out to people that you want to show some love to, give some flowers to anybody?
Marcus, thank you. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have been able to hit the way that I'm hitting this year. Shout out to man. Honestly, there's too many people who have helped me along with my journey. I can't even name them all. But just shout out to them. They know who they are, and I love them. I love them to death for that.
And another thing, who is one person that I should interview that you know?
DJ Smiley. That man will give you some insight. Like he's a really good person to talk to.
Awesome. Awesome. Cam, again, thank you so much for joining me on More Insight. This has been Insight You Can Trust because there is more where it came from. Cameron, can you tell them where to follow you and keep up with you on your journey?
Oh, you can follow me at Cam Douglas. Well, Cam Douglas _24 on our
Excellent.
Instagram.
There you have it. Cameron Douglas, Alabama State Hornet, now a Detroit Tiger, y'all. Make sure y'all lock
Sure.
in with him. Make sure y'all follow him, keep up with him. Keep the young man encouraged. This is a new life for him that he's never lived before. So make sure you keep your eyes on him. Make sure y'all look out for him. Make sure y'all support him. Keep him prayed up. Keep him prayed up. So I appreciate your time. And then we'll see you again, my man.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
All right.